Hello guys, namaste, welcome back to Nash Vlog. So today I'm going to be making lunch with you guys, and today's menu is going to be egg biryani. And I had one of my friend that was asking me how to make egg biryani, and then I said when I'm making a video, when I'm making it one day, I'll make a video for you, and today here it is. So egg biryani is something that is so, like, this is a very simple recipe that I use. First of all, I wash up my rice, and then I put the water that is needed, and I add bay leaves, cloves, a big cardamom, and a star fruit, and then I add cooking oil, and then I'll boil up the rice. I cook up the rice until it's done, and just a little bit of salt, and that is it. So when you cook up the rice, your work becomes so easy, like it gets ready super quick. And then on the other hand, when the rice is on cooking, I'm going to be boiling our eggs. I'm going to pressure cook them because it is the simplest thing that I can do. Like, pressure cooking them will take minutes for it to get ready, just 2 whistles, and that is it. So eggs have become super expensive, you guys. I don't know, is it everywhere, or things are so expensive these days, and I'm wondering, like, what is this? So when I'm done peeling up the eggs, I keep the eggshells for my plants, obviously, and then I'm going to be chopping up the onions. So this time around with the eggs, I don't know, I didn't give it enough time to put it in cold water, because usually after boiling them, I put them in cold water for for me to remove the shell easily. But this time, because I'm rushing and I'm a bit, I need to go somewhere, that is why I didn't give them time to be in cold water. I just peeled them immediately, and then it took off some of the flesh. I don't know, we're used to that. Like, since I was a child, my mom used to say whenever you finish boiling eggs, you have to place them in cold water, so that when you're peeling them up, it just comes off smoothly without spoiling your eggs or something like that. But it happened today. Like, this is the first time it has happened. So we'll cut up our onions, and then we start up our cooking. Onions are also so expensive, you guys. Just everything is expensive, and I'm wondering where we're going with all the hiking of stuff and everything. So I planted mint on my balcony, like on the utility balcony, and then this is what I'm picking right now. And you guys, it was so healthy, it was looking so good. But the last time that I fell sick, nobody was there to take care of it. I usually spray it with water, and then it dried up. And when I got well, that is when I started respraying it, and at least it's coming up now. So our milk guy came super late today, and Dash is already hungry, but then there is nothing to do about it. So in a pan, I will add cooking oil, and then I'm going to be adding turmeric powder for me to fry up my eggs. So before cooking the eggs in India, like in my husband's culture, anything to do with eggs, they first fry them. So this is what I am doing, and after frying them, it's when I'm going to be making our biryani. We have to fry the eggs until they are golden brown, and as you can see here, they look so good. Don't they look so good, you guys? So after frying them properly, like very well, I'm going to be taking them out and put them on the side, and then cook it. So here I'm plucking out the leaves from the mint, and I have very few mint leaves, but that is okay because it's just food for us at home. So I believe this mint is going to be enough for us. And now I'm going to be taking out the eggs one by one, and then start up the process of making biryani. So if you love biryani, try out this recipe. It is so easy, like it saves time a lot. Like, I had just to cook it in a few minutes. Not even an hour. I was done after boiling the rice and stuff like that, and then I had to rush and do my work that I had to do. So after there, in the same cooking oil, I just put a little bit of jeera, and then I put my chopped onions. So I used 2 onions because as I said, onions are so expensive. So after frying up the onions a little bit, I'm going to add garlic ginger paste, and for biryani, you have to give it enough garlic ginger paste. So that is what I'm doing, and we're going to cook them up until the raw smell of the garlic ginger paste disappears. But then during this time, we're going to add some jeera powder, and then we'll be adding some red chili powder, coriander powder, and some yellow powder. But We will not be adding a lot of it, just a pinch of it, and that is it. And then in this biryani, what is more necessary, oops, I kind of poured a little bit of too much of coriander powder, but that is okay. So I'm also going to be adding garam masala. So homemade garam masala is very important because it brings out that very, you know, natural scent, and you know, it gives the biryani a very nice taste as well. So when we finish cooking up our paste and, you know, the onions, we're going to add some tomatoes and we'll cook them until they are soft. As you can see, our tomatoes are now soft and cooked, so we're going to be adding our mint leaves and one dry red chili, because I forgot to put chili in the beginning, and this is why I'm putting it right now. And then we're going to cook them up a little bit. And now we are going to add our fried eggs, and we are going to mix it up with all this beautiful mixture. So how do you know that the paste and the onions and the tomatoes are ready? Like, that is when you see like the oil is oozing out. Like when the oil oozes out, that is when you know that it is ready to be used. We covered it and cooked it a little bit, and look at this beauty. Oh my goodness, it has a very nice scent from all the spices that we have used. Like most of the spices that I use in my food is homemade. I usually make it by myself, and trust me, once you use it to cook, it smells so nice. Like the whole house is smelling biryani. So after cooking it up, we're going to just reduce on our flame, and then we're going to top up like the rice that we had pre-cooked before. It has all the spices that we need for biryani, so that is why we didn't need to put a lot of biryani the biryani spices while we were cooking. So we're just going to spread up the rice on top of it, and then that is it. After that, we'll cover up the pan, and that is it. So we are done spreading up the rice, and now what you're going to, we melted some of the ghee, and guys, ghee is done, so stay tuned for a ghee recipe, how to make ghee from home. So we are going to just pour it on top of the rice, and then we'll cover it up. And meanwhile, we're going to chop up our coriander leaves, and as well just garnish on top of our biryani, and cover it and let it, you know, steam up with all the steam that is still down in the eggs. Like it will, you know, make a very good color as well. So now our biryani is done, and it is time for lunch, and look at this beauty.
What are you doing?
I'm making manure for the plants. These are eggshells, and I just crush them and make manure for the plants. See how I put there?
Let's see. Ooh, look at that. Some egg. I thought it was water. But these ones don't have. These ones.